Hey guys, how are ya? Herb Palmer Jr., author of the Lobster and Chicken book, and finally getting around to actually reading the whole book. So this is going to be part 5, which is chapter 11, What's Happy, chapter 12, If You Could Be Me, and chapter 13, It's Not My Day. And again, please like and subscribe if you like the content in Lobster Lab Media. If you want to add a comment, that helps. If you want to share, that would be great. All good comments, hopefully. And like I said, we're getting the book republished, in process right now. So I'm doing the grammar and spelling and getting some help with that. And I figured I'd actually put it all out in on YouTube, and read it so you could hear it chapter by chapter until you get around to buying it and coloring it in if you like to. Alright, so this is chapter 11, What's Happy. The high puffy clouds were drifting by as the chicken and the friendly frog enjoyed the landscape on the path. As they crested the next hill, they heard lots of commotion. They walked into the woods to see what the noise was. A large tree fell to the ground and the chicken jumped out of the way. It just missed Freddy the frog. And this is a picture of Betty the busy beaver and all her kids building a new dam. So again, if you want to color it in, you want to have your kids color it in, you can. Betty the busy beaver yelled, "Sorry!" as she scurried by. She was cutting down trees and brush for her dam. 3 little ones followed close behind. "I don't have time to talk. I have to take care of these little ones, and I'm building a new house, you see. So ask me your question so I can get back to work," said Betty the busy beaver. The chicken asked, "Are you happy?" "Happy? Happy, happy? What's that? I don't have time to be happy. I have to do this, and I have to do that. And oh yes, then there's that again. Happy? Who has time for happy?" commented Betty. The chicken walked away scratching her head. She started to think about her life and what was important to her. Could she balance her life so that happiness was part of it? She thought about it. And what were the ingredients of happiness? Respect, kindness, love, communication. These are all important qualities to a balanced life. Her thoughts were shaken by all the familiar "let's be friends." To her surprise, Freddy was talking to the busy beaver. He decided to stay with Betty as her pond was filling up with water, as they both were water signs anyway, and the chicken is an air sign. That night, they had a going-the-way party. With party hats and candles, the chicken gave Freddy the frog a taxi. He filled it with water and brought over some lily pads from the pond for a bed. The chicken gave the other taxi to the beaver. She quickly added the mud and built it into her dam. Everyone waved goodbye, and the chicken was alone again on her path. And this is chapter 12, You Could Be Me. Sometime after lunch, the chicken noticed a large crowd gathering up ahead. There seemed to be a long line of well-dressed, classy chickens lined up to see someone or something. Maybe it was an audition for a part in a movie. Maybe discounts for a timeshare vacation. As the line inched closer, Rocky the Rock, or Rock as he called himself, was taking interviews. He had done several TV movies and a few shows in Holly Rock. The perfect rock specimen, bulging back, chest muscles, arms as big as beach balls. He normally didn't have time to meet chickens, so he lined them up, and from their interviews he picked the best ones he liked. His perfect rock joy reminded her of the actor in the movies The Exterminator. There's a picture of Rocky the Rock and all the chickens in line to meet him. Again, perfect for coloring. The chicken was busy fixing her feathers and applying lipstick as the line moved closer. The chicken started talking to a well-dressed chicken in a business suit named Cindy. My cousin went out to dinner with Rocky at his first filming," clucked the chicken. "What's he like?" "Well, he picked her up in a limo, and they went out for a fabulous dinner," balked Cindy. "So what's he like?" Then he flew to his beach house in a helicopter to see the moon on the water. So what's he like? Crowed the chicken. I don't think she ever found out who he was. Only what he had to show off with, cooed Cindy. So why would you want to meet him? I don't know. That's a good question, Cindy answered. She was next in line and overheard Rocky tell everyone about his wonderful life and how great he was. His boat brought him here, and his plane brought him there. It seems that his ego went everywhere else. It didn't take her long to realize that if Rocky was the center of his own life, there was not much time or much room for anyone else. She laughed at herself as she stepped out of the line. All the other hopeful chickens moved up to take her spot. She laughed again and saw Rocky's taxi and his baggage lined up to the next county. The funniest thing was he couldn't see them. She left the last taxi for him as a gift. His ego and head were big. Soon he would need the taxis to help carry them around. Next is chapter 13, It's Not My Day. So the lobster was singing to himself, just say no, when his old taxi, now a police car, went by. Smokey the Snake was in the back. The law of karma had put things back into balance. When you hurt another for personal gain, the wheel of karma will turn and return to you what you've given out. It works for good stuff, too. Up ahead on the side of the road, a car had broken down. There was a long list of rubber giraffe necks slowing down in traffic. Seems that Foxy had some car problems. She was in a panic, kicking, screaming, and crying at her car and kicking the flat tire. Even without her glittering jacket from Starlight Theater, the lobster knew she was a drama queen. She was late to her meeting as usual. Nothing was ever normal. There was always problems and drama. Somehow she seemed to create them, even when none existed before. The only thing that was always consistent was her troubles in life. She had moved to California, her troubles followed her. Then she moved to Boston, her troubles followed her there. How could they always seem to know where she was? And there's a picture of Foxy, the drama queen, with the taxi. When she entered the room, everyone always stopped to look, mostly because she was half-hour late and disturbed the back row or tripped over her shoes. She always blamed things on her problems. The car had broken down, or I lost the directions, or I ran out of toothpaste. Her excuses were longer than Santa's Christmas list. Because she was moving through life so quickly, she never stopped to think, never even slowed down to realize it was not things that caused this. The reason was her internal guidance system. The wise ones called this her subconscious mind. Someday, she thought that things would make. Someday, she thought that things would not make her late anymore. The only way that would happen was if she didn't go where she went. The lobster politely changed her tire. He decided that he had enough problems by himself. He didn't have enough taxis to carry all the drama queen's bags. He left the drama queen a taxi, but there was no way it could move. She had more baggage than the lobster and the chicken put together. Maybe she could use it as a display rack for her baggage. So again, that is section 5, I guess. Chapters 11, 12, and 13. So if you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button. Again, the book is going to be finished probably soon.